Do you have dogs to train? Then you'll be interested in the EP380R by EasyPet. It's the rechargeable multi-dog training system. You can train up to 3 dogs with one transmitter. The transmitter has a remote range of up to 1,000 meters. The collar receiver is waterproof. Both the transmitter and the collar receiver are rechargeable. There are 3 corrective modes: sonic, vibration, and static stimulation. The unit features a large LCD easy-to-read display for easier training. And both the transmitter and the collar receiver are low power consumption. If you're looking for the perfect wireless transmitter-receiver combination to train your dogs and you need something that's waterproof and weather resistant, then you have to check out the EP380R by EasyPet. Let's take a look at the features and how it works. Let's take a look at the 3 main components. We have the transmitter, the receiver collar, and the charging unit. So notice first of all, the charging unit itself plugs into the wall, and it has 2 separate charging plugs. One plugs into the rechargeable transmitter, and the other one plugs into the receiver collar right here. So you can charge them both at the same time. Now let's talk about how do you match the transmitter to the receiver collar. First, we have to turn both units on. So we're going to turn on the receiver collar by using the magnetic actuator. There we go, it's on. Now we're going to turn on the transmitter by holding down the on button. There we go, that's on. So next we want to put it in vibrate mode at the lowest level. Right now it's at level 1. And select A, B, or C for which collar we're going to program. I'm going to call this collar A. So I'm going to put it in collar A, put it in vibrate mode down to level 1. There, all set and ready to go. All we have to do now is put the magnet next to the marker, and when we do that, the little green light comes on here. Hold down the transmit button and then let go of the transmit button. You see the little light here is blinking, indicating it's matching the 2 units together. So that's it, we're done. That's all we had to do. So just in quick review, I selected collar A, vibrate mode at level 1, put the 2 together, held down the transmit button, and then let it go, and it started to blink right here, indicating it matched it up. So let's go ahead and test it. If I press this button to transmit, I'm on vibrate now, this should vibrate. I'm going to set it to a higher level so you can hear it better. There we go. Perfect. And of course I can do the different modes. So let's talk about the different modes. First, the vibrate mode. We have 10 different levels of operation for vibration. 10 is the highest vibration mode and 1 is the lowest. If I put it down to say 6 versus say 1, so you can tell just by the way it sounds that level 1 is a lower amount of vibration. It's less intense. And level 10, of course, is the highest intensity. So it's a great way to warn the dog or to train the dog to react to something that just vibrates at the neck level. It doesn't hurt them at all. They don't feel any pain. It's just a little tap. It's like a vibration. It just gets their attention. There's also a sonic mode. If we press the sonic button here, there are 50 different levels of sonic control. But that doesn't mean that there's 50 intensities. There's 50 frequencies. So let's start with level 1. Press that. And you can hear it's kind of a high-pitched ringing sort of sound. I'm going to go to level 50 just so you can hear the difference, the highest and lowest. So there you go. You can see that there's a very, very big difference between the two. Here, let's drop down to, say, 40. Then 30. You can start to hear the pitch is going higher and higher. 20. 10. And of course 1. So you use the different tones for different training purposes. Your dog will start to recognize which tone it is that they're supposed to respond to because you use it repetitiously. So let's also talk about the static stimulus mode. If I press static stimulus, there are different levels of static stimulus. It indicates 99, but there aren't 99 intensities. What there are is there's 10 groups, and each group has a different amount of time that's applied. So for instance, level 1 through 10 is the lowest intensity, and 1 is the shortest amount of time at the lowest intensity, and 10 is the highest amount of time at the lowest intensity. So if I press this button right now, it will send out just a real momentary blip, very low intensity, very short period of time. If I were to put it up to level 10, it sends out the same low level, but for approximately 2 seconds. It's sending out a longer pulse. If I then go to 11, 11 is the next level up. So there's essentially, if you said 100 divided by 10 levels, right? So the first 10 levels is the lowest level, the next 10 is the next level, and so on up. So it just progressively builds at that point. The 1 through 10 is the lowest, 11 through 20 is the second, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s goes all the way up in intensity, and then the higher the number in that series, the longer the duration. So, for example, 31 is shorter than 39, but they're both the same intensity. And that's really that simple. There's nothing more to it. It's very easy to understand once you understand that concept. Get the EP380R by EasyPet, the professional and humane remote training system for better behaved dogs. Available today at edogaustralia.com.au. Available in store and online at eDog.